So the gang stalker is trying to steal my rooster called Manstor. He's there up on that shelf up there. She puts food there every evening, and she's trying to steal my rooster. And yes, she was feeding them well when I was away, but now I am back. You know, I don't go and feed her dogs when she goes out or away or whatever for the weekend. You know, this is Manstor, and I do have an issue because the other two do bully him. Okay, so there he is, you see, and this is what she does every evening. Even the other two were going over there too, you see. She puts the food there and the water for them. But I'm here. And here's the interesting part. She wasn't doing that. You know, there was... before I went to the ice thing the other day, I didn't have food because I couldn't get to... the nearest Tractor Supply is in Jennings, and I couldn't get there. She wasn't feeding them then, when I was really panicked that I didn't have food for them. Now that I do, because I got some on the way back, I got the driver to stop so that I can get some real chicken food. Now she's doing it. That's gang stalking, you know. It's like, you know, people who don't understand about gang stalking, you don't realise they literally, and that's a noise now that she's making. People don't realise they take away everything from the TI, everything. They go in and destroy the family, they infiltrate, tell lies about the victim. I'm going to move further away so that I can speak without that noise. They infiltrate, tell lies basically, but it's not just lies, they actively frame the victim. And I have spoken about some of this, but maybe I need to make it much more explicit. They do a hate campaign against the victim with slander and defamation, and they have experts, you see, like agents, law enforcement, doctors, psychiatrists, that kind of thing. They've got all the money and the power because they are traffickers. Okay, they have enough money to pay these people. They put adverts in the paper. In fact, I'm going to post some of the adverts. They call them surveillance role players. All right, but when a TI moves to an area, they hire the nearest neighbours, and that's what they've done. Okay. I'm just going to say that these people here, as I'm walking past, they have left me alone for quite some time now. I'm just, credit where it's due. They're leaving me alone. However, here in front, and that woman there who's actually very hypocritical, because I'm pretty sure she's the one who called the cops on me. I mean, I don't have proof of that, but, and then when I got out, released by a federal judge, suddenly she's pretending to be friendly, but at the same time she's doing the torture triggers, and the message is quite clear. Oh yes, you'll be allowed to have a life, but you have to accept it on our terms. You'll only have friends if you have friends that torture you, or you'll only be able to have a life as long as you don't post on Facebook what's happening. Okay, so you'll see there are many TIs who actually don't post anything about being a TI, and guess what, some of them have actual successful careers, whereas people like me are completely shadow banned, firstly. Secondly, not able to work, abused and tortured every time I try. This is what it's like to be a TI, and yeah, it's coercive control is one word for it, and it's also a civil conspiracy, and it's also domestic terrorism, and frankly, it's a war crime. They're using torture, and they're doing some kind of psychology experimentation, and they're using us as test subjects for these directed energy weapons. These are war crimes, guys. You know, this is what they don't want me posting. And I want to say this to other TIs. This is how they neutralize us. Okay? They infiltrate. There are many groups that are even run by gang stalkers. It's not just that the gang stalkers have infiltrated, they're actually run by gang stalkers, okay? And then they continue the experimentation, they ask questions, you know, and it's all about, they're keeping up this pretense that they're somehow helping us, and that somehow being gang stalked is good for our moral character or something. I mean, the gaslighting is never ending with this, all right? I won't go on too long. But that is my rooster called Manstor, and he is up there in the neighbour's place. And as I said, they did try to get the other two, but I literally picked them up just before bedtime, and I put them inside and fed them and put them to bed, so they didn't have an opportunity, you know. And here's the thing, you know, I bought the cheapest chicken food because I don't have an income and my money is running out, and that's the truth, and I'm just living from the food that I had saved, and once it's gone, it's gone. And you see, what they're going to try and do is force me. I've seen them do it to other TIs. I've seen them do it. You know, this is how they neutralize us, guys. They get us into situations that we can't get out of, and the only way is to have an agreement with them, all right? And, you know, or die, you know, and that's what I'm facing, and that's what I've been facing every day for a very long time now. All the time when I was homeless, you know, they put me in those situations all the time. That's why I was being targeted so much by the police, because I wasn't shutting up about what they were doing, and I was posting about it. And I have screenshots of their license plate numbers and all of that. And that's why I was being targeted more and more. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on. I need people to understand that if we don't stand up to this, it will be happening to everybody, okay? They want to roll this out. They want to normalize torture and cruelty and have the victims blamed if they're not strong enough to stand up to it or something like that, okay? It's this kind of attitude that is being built here, you know? And it's evil. It's absolutely evil and demonic. It is satanic ritual abuse, and it's torture. And if you want this to be legalized and normalized, then just do nothing. But if you would prefer this to not happen to your children, then please stand with targeted individuals. Thank you. God bless you.